Why, hello everybody, Spencer here, also known as Lego Dude 11, coming to you from the Lego Dude 11 studio. And today is not really a TV vlog. Well, it is a TV vlog, but with two movies. Shocking. I haven't done this one in a while. I don't remember the last time I've done a TV vlog talking about movies, movie combination, not just one movie, but two. Dos. And today are two movies based on true events. Things that actually happened in real life. So without further ado, let's get to the video. Please enjoy. All right, so here's my TV, as always here, and yeah, we have some movies here. Some of the selection. Look, we got The Fabelmans right there. It was my second favorite movie last year. Or no, my favorite movie of last year. There's Avatar: The Way of Water, and there's the two new movies that I did watch based off of true events. I don't know why I say it like that, but I did, and it was fun. So here's the first one, which is Cocaine Bear, and you might be like, "Oh my God, you watched Cocaine Bear?" This was hilarious. Now I want to make it seem real. I'm gonna get serious for a minute. This is not going on my top 10 movies of the year list. Even though I might say, like, be so positive and be like, oh my God, I had a great time with it. This was hilarious. This is not one that is, let's take a look for a minute here. So the movie has a 67% critic rating and a 71 audience score. I agree with that. I had a little bit more fun. Let me just tell you. So, based off of the description right there, I'm not going to read it verbatim, word for word, just because it's not necessary. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. But there's this guy. There's these characters in this movie, right? Like I watched this Screen Rant pitch meeting for this movie. It was funny. It was good. Like I love I love pitch meeting videos. But this movie is titled Cocaine Bear. So what do you think this movie is going to be about? A bear gets cocaine, goes on a rampage, and tries to kill people. Okay, and that happens. But what does a movie need? It needs characters. It needs a story. So there's this guy you see in the beginning of the movie. A little bit of a spoiler for details plot. But you see a guy dropping bags of cocaine out of a plane, and that rhymed, but that actually happens. So in the process, you're like, okay, you need a little bit of context about what's happening, and then later you get more story development, plot development by how it happened, who actually did it, who owned the cocaine, and then the son basically and is not okay with it, and then you get a little relationship later, and you get these various characters dealing with the cocaine bear, but you kind of get some backstory, and people are annoyed that like, wait, why are we dealing with these characters? I don't want to know this. I just want to know the cocaine bear going on a rampage. But if that was like an hour and a half, I probably myself would get tired with it. I like movies with story, characters, backstory, and then it ties into the bear and all this. There's really awesome chaos that ensues with the bear, and really funny stuff, outrageous stuff that that was like, wait a minute, why didn't you just do this? And then something else happens that was like like thrilling, like because it's a thriller and a comedy that was thrilling, and I was like, oh my God, I did not expect it, and it was funny. Like it made sense within the story itself. If it was just the bear going on a rampage, I probably would have tuned out within, I don't know, the first 5 minutes, or maybe less, maybe more. I don't know. It just it was really compelling at the end of the day, even though it wasn't the best movie ever. I felt it was compelling within itself because it had all these elements mixed in between characters coming together at the end. If it was just random characters where it was like, wait a minute, this character served no purpose, but they didn't do that. They had all the characters then come in together because of the bear, because of not their connections, but because of their certain say like there's a group of people right here, and then they form and they go like, how did you get here? Well, there's a cocaine bear. Oh, okay, cool, because you're on a mission to find the cocaine, and you came together and you're trying to attack the bear. You're trying to get rid of the bear. Very nice. I like the story, and again, it's inspired by the 1985 true story of a drug runner's plane crash, and it goes missing cocaine. So it's based off of true events. Again, it's not just a made up story, but the bear, it is, there is some stuff that's thrown in there for fiction. So anyway, good story, good movie. I liked it. Again, not one that's going to be in my top 10 movies of the year, but Speaking of top 10 movies of the year list for 2023, this is one that's going to be in it because this was such a treat to watch. I watched the new Tetris movie that is on Apple TV Plus. If it says it somewhere, I don't know if it says it anywhere, but it says, this came out on Apple TV Plus, and my dad's friend got it, so I was like, I'm gonna check this one out. It's worth the treat, guys. This one got an 82% critic rating and a 91 audience rating. I agree with that. I agree with the little score there. I would give it a higher critically, but I mean, I'm kind of a critic, but not really trying to be a critic. But 91, I agree with the audience score, and this was just such a treat. This dude right here looks like Matthew Broderick from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but I'm like, is he related? But he has a different last name, so it can't be that dude. It can't be related. And then Toby Jones right here is in the new Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny. He was Arnim Zola in Captain America, which is kind of cool. And then Taron Egerton is Hank Rogers, who's that guy right there, and he was in The Kingsman, and he played Elton John in Rocket Man. So he's got some good stuff there. And I just love this movie. So the story of how the world's most popular video games found its way to players around the globe. Businessman Hank Rogers, Tetris inventor, I'm going to go up here, inventor, and Tetris inventor Alexei Pajitnov, I don't know how to pronounce that name, he's from Moscow, joined forces in the USSR, risking it all to bring Tetris to the masses. It's a great story. It deals with, again, it's a true story because it's a real video game. It's not just like a video game story, like, say, like the Mario movie is, but I love the detail they put into this movie with like the video game concepts, like when they're traveling and stuff, like they put like little techno elements. Oh, it's so good. And the music in this film is incredible. Like, I love the ending. They're getting chased by these Russians because they have to go to Russia. They're trying to sell the rights for Tetris to get like handheld rights, get arcade rights, and get get the specific rights because there's certain aspects like contracts you have to write for like video game rights, handheld rights, arcade, putting them in an arcade, like the consoles and this and that. So they go to Japan. They try to get the rights in Japan. Nintendo, they try to Hank Rogers, the main character, tries to get rights from Japan from at Nintendo. He turns them down, but he says, "I want to partner with you to get the certain rights." So then he goes to Russia, goes to Moscow, and this guy, the inventor of the game, Alexei, he helps him out, helps the American Hank Rogers out, and in the process, he might lose the character Hank Rogers might lose his house if this deal doesn't go through. So he might be bankrupt, and then in the process, he has this translator named Sasha, and they think that he's cheating with her, that he's like has an affair with her, but he doesn't. He's just like, wait, no, I'm married, dude. I'm married, woman. And then later, he's getting chased by people in Moscow, by the Russians. And at the end of the movie, they play the song "Holding Out for a Hero." Like, they play a lot of these songs in like Japanese or Chinese or in Tokyo because takes place in Tokyo. And all of a sudden, they play "Holding Out for a Hero" in a different language, like Korean or get Japanese. I can't remember what language it is. Mistake me, because the music or the movie was just playing, and I'm like, what language is this? And then, which is hilarious because they're using that in the Mario movie as well. Oh, it's hilarious. I haven't seen the Mario movie yet, but people have told me that it is. And I'm like, oh my God, that's hilarious. 2 video game movies, and they use it. It's a great song. It's the perfect moment to use that song in this movie. And this movie was such a treat to watch. Guys, if you have access to this, if you have Apple TV Plus, if you have any way to access this like I did, please go, well, I was going to say please go see it, but please watch it. I don't think it's in theaters, but please watch Tetris. This is now in my top 10 movies of the year list. John S. Bard. By the way, the people, Hank Rogers and let me scroll through. Alexei, I don't think it was Alexei, but Hank Rogers, this guy, and Nina. Some of the real life, like some of the characters in this movie, the people who not the people who played them, but their characters in the movie worked on this movie in real life. And I was going through the credits when I was watching the credits. I'm like, wait, those are the actual characters, and they were they weren't the character. They were the characters, but they weren't the actors playing them. The people, the real people, actually made this movie. Like, we're executive producers. I'm like, wow, that's really cool. That makes it even more interesting to see that the people who made the game, like people that were involved in real life, actually were involved in this movie. So I love that a lot. I love this movie. I would watch this again with my parents. Like, I'm like, man, this is a true story with actual good heart, good story, good narrative, everything. It is a little bit tricky to understand what the people are saying. You do need captions on. I will recommend that. But at least I will say this. This is not like a Christopher Nolan movie where, like, you half the time you can't understand what they're saying. Like, you're Bane. Oh, it's just like, when you watch Oppenheimer, not Oppenheimer, that's a new one coming out, but what's it called? Inception or Tenet. It's like half the time you can't even understand what the people are saying, but in this movie you can. So I appreciate it. Good job, writer Noah Pink, and good job, director John S. Bard. So good job, guys. Love your movie there. Again, Cocaine Bear was totally different, but I had a good time with both of them, but this one definitely makes it into my top 10 movies of the year. Don't forget to leave a like if you did enjoy. What movie out of the two did you would you want to watch? Have you seen either of them? If not, definitely recommend this one first. Again, Cocaine Bear was a little bit funny because it was a comedy. This one is a biography and thriller. Except I don't know like what the word thriller means, because I guess it's a thriller, but there wasn't really that many thrills. Like, I would call this biography, comedy, drama. Like, this was more of a drama than a thriller. Anyway, weird labels they put on the movie here. But don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Follow me at Boba Fett Jedi Master. Links down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me, and don't forget to keep calm, play Lego. Peace out. See you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.